Zinnias have been having such a popular moment these last few years, which is so well deserved because for the longest time it felt like it was a very underappreciated flower. And there are just so many beautiful, exciting varieties that you can add to your garden, including one that I can only half-heartedly recommend because in my experience, it's not a very consistent performer. And I know what you're thinking. If you're not new here, no, I am not talking about the Floret Zinnias, but we will cover those as well. So let's just jump in to some of my favorite zinnia varieties, and maybe you'll find a new favorite that you can add to your garden. So I'm going to start us off with some of the larger bloom zinnias. Specifically, the first one that's one of my longest favorites. I've been growing it since I started my cut garden, so it has a very nostalgic feeling for me, and those are the Binary Giant zinnias. These are a statement flower. They are so beautiful. They are a classic zinnia flower. They're an heirloom bloom. They're a double bloom, so just full of petals. Hi, baby. She just wants to go for a walk. She's like, hurry up, Mom, and talk about these zinnias so we can go for a walk. In addition to having like a really big bloom size, I mean, the flowers are like 4 to 6 inches across, so they are pretty big. The plant itself, I think mine usually get to like 4 feet, 4.5 feet tall. So they're nice and big plants in my garden. And what's so cool about them is that, you know, a lot of my friends and my family, they're not gardeners. They're not like obsessed with flowers and new varieties. And I mean, is that like a major character flaw? Yeah, absolutely. But we can't all be perfect, okay? So I don't hold it against them. They're not as familiar with different varieties of flowers. So when I use zinnias, especially these Binary Giants, like early on in my cut flower journey, I would bring arrangements to my friends and family, and they would always be so excited and like, what is this flower? I've never seen this before. Like, these blooms are huge. This color is so pretty. And it was just such a fun experience for me to kind of introduce them to something that they were excited about that they hadn't seen before. And I don't know, that just felt like a really special thing, maybe just for me. I don't know if you've experienced that. Maybe it's not with zinnias, but maybe with a different flower. It is, I don't know, it is just kind of a cool experience. So that's why the Binary Giants hold like such a special place in my heart. I had so many moments like that with so many people. But outside of that, outside of my own personal experiences with them, I do just think that they're such a really beautiful like statement flower. There's something about adding zinnias to your arrangements that just give it this very like organic, straight from the garden, like laid back type of feel that is not lacking in beauty. Like, they are still absolutely beautiful. Another variety of giant zinnias that I have not been able to shut up about and that I have fallen in love with this last year are the cactus zinnias. I grew them for the first time this year, and they are one of my new favorites. I grew from Johnny's, I grew the ballerina mix, and then the agave is my weakness. There's just this like boldness in the color that is just like so mouth-wateringly gorgeous, and I just cannot get enough of it. Like, I have not stopped thinking about this flower since it started blooming. It's so pretty. And I'm not sleeping on the ballerina zinnias, okay? They are also gorgeous. They're a lot more subtle. They're kind of muted, all these really romantic blushy pinks. Very beautiful also. If you can grow both of them, grow them both, okay? If you have to choose one, you can go bold or you can go romantic. That's up to you. They're both stunning. They are a little bit smaller in size, I think, from the Binary Giant zinnias, and their petals are a little bit different. There's a lot more texture and movement with the cactus zinnias. The Binary Giant zinnias are kind of like this big like discus. It's like a big old cookie. Okay, it's beautiful, it's thick, it's that double bloom that I was talking about. There's so many petals. It's very like sturdy and beautiful. And then the cactus zinnias have these really pretty like textured blooms. So both gorgeous, both incredibly easy, striking. Take your pick or grow all of them. That's completely up to you. Let's talk about the Floret original zinnias. Now these are a flower that I love Floret. I've bought seeds from them for so long. So many beautiful flowers discovered through Floret. So I don't mean like any disrespect or like anything like that, but for me, I haven't had like super consistent luck with those zinnias. I've grown the Alpine Glow and the Precious Metals, and those were two that I was so excited for. Like the colors are just so unique and so beautiful, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on them. And my personal experience is that I don't get consistent germination. Like my germination rates can be kind of low. And then the plants that did grow, I had a lot of like muted, subtle, kind of like creamy whites and almost like whitish pinks. I didn't get those like really beautiful, super colorful tones that, you know, that are on the package and that I was hoping for. And the thing about this is that I did have some of my plants that grew that way, and they were absolutely gorgeous. If you saw my 2024 wrap up, my thumbnail is a Floret Zinnia. It's one of the Alpine Glow zinnias because it is so striking and just the color is so bold and beautiful. And so I have like such a conflicted feeling with these flowers because on the one hand I am like so excited about them and I think that they're really beautiful, and then on the other hand I don't have consistent luck with them and they are quite expensive compared to other seeds. So I don't know, I didn't want to leave them off my list because I am completely in love with the ones that have bloomed the way that they're supposed to. But my experience with them it's just been kind of hit or miss. So I don't know. I can only half-heartedly recommend them. I want to wholeheartedly recommend them. And it does say on the website, just to be completely fair, it does say on the website that these seeds are a work in progress. They have not been perfected, and she has released them to everyone so that you can kind of grow them and experience them for what they are at this stage. And I think that that's totally fair, but just also something to keep in mind, you know, that you might not have the results that you're expecting, or maybe you will. You know, if you are someone who has grown the Floret Zinnias and you've had beautiful results, I would absolutely love to hear from you. So please let me know down in the comments. And then another variety that I do really love, but that I don't enthusiastically recommend, is the Cinderella Zinnia. I talked about it in my most recent video where I told you everything that I'm not going to be growing for 2026, and the Cinderella Zinnias are on that list because they're inconsistent. Most of mine do not grow with that fluffy, beautiful, like petally top. And that is what makes them so exciting. And without that, they're not honestly as pretty as some of the other varieties of zinnias that you can choose from. So I am going to embark on this little like Cinderella experiment to factor in different growing and care techniques, whether starting them indoors or direct seeding them or giving them fertilizer or not giving them fertilizer, so that I can experience the magic of an actual like true Cinderella bloom, because they are so unique and so pretty. And I want that in my life. I want that in my garden. And I want to share that information with you also, because I do hear from a lot of people that the Cinderellas, they just don't bloom the way that they're supposed to. So maybe we'll crack that mystery open and I will once more feel inclined to recommend the Cinderellas. So now let's talk about some really beautiful medium-sized varieties. I love the Queenie series and the Oklahoma series. Now the Oklahoma series is very similar for me in like a nostalgic way as the Binary Giants, because I've been growing them the longest. And they are this really, really pretty, true double bloom zinnia. They are very consistent. They have very vibrant color. They are strong, healthy, beautiful cut flowers. They make the perfect like supporting flower in an arrangement. It's just such an easy, beautiful flower to grow. It's really comparable to the Queenie series, which if I had to lean one way or another, I think I do lean a little bit more towards the Queenie series. They're both stunning, but the thing about the Queenie series is that they come in really pretty colors and they're multi-tonal. So I think they're all like a Queenie Lime blank. So there's like Queenie Lime Red, there's Queenie Lime Blush, there's Queenie Lime Orange, there's Queenie Lime Green, right? So they're like multicolored. And so what happens is that throughout their bloom time, the color kind of shifts from like one color that they start out as, it kind of transforms to this other color towards the end of the flower's life. And it's so beautiful to see, and I just love it so much. They're definitely like way more trendy when it comes to colors. My favorite are the Queenie Lime Red and the Queenie Lime Blush. I think you cannot go wrong with either one of those. The bloom types between the Oklahoma and the Queenie are a little bit different. The Oklahoma is a double bloom. The Queenie is a semi-double to a single bloom. So not as many petals, and they have like kind of a different shape to their blooms as well. If I'm being completely honest with you, I would grow all of these zinnias if you have the space. If you don't have the space, that is a hard choice to make. And then finally, I want to talk about a new zinnia variety that I'm trying out this year. I'm like sweating, you guys. I'm so excited that I'm starting to sweat. I know that's gross, but I'm also losing my voice. So take from that what you will. This video is all over the place. This is my first day of Christmas holiday, so I'm just trying to chill. I'm in my sweatpants still. I'm very excited to be talking about zinnias, and I'm sweating with excitement. Let's wrap this up. I'm filming my seed haul very, very soon. I don't remember where I bought these seeds from, but I got a new variety of zinnia. I am gonna butcher the heck out of this name. It is the Mazurkia Zinnia. I don't know, maybe I said that right, maybe it wasn't too hard. But they're supposed to have like a 3-inch bloom type, so more of that like medium size zinnia, and they're a semi-double to a double. And they have like this really, really gorgeous color that's kind of this like strawberries and cream feel, where it's like this rich scarlet pink and then it fades out into like a lighter pink and like cream. They're so pretty, and I cannot wait to see them bloom. I hope I love them as much as I think I'm going to. There are a lot of different zinnia types. I haven't even like touched on a lot of them. There's a lot of shorter varieties that you can use as like borders in your garden. They're really pretty. There's also like the smaller varieties like the Lilliput. I have grown those in the past, but I don't use them as much as some of the other varieties, but they're also very beautiful. So keep all those in mind. I hope that you found maybe a new variety that you can try out, or we can bond over a shared love of one of the varieties that I mentioned. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Please let me know about your Floret Zinnias. Please let me know what your favorite variety is. I love hearing from all of you. So that is all that I have for you today, and I will see you guys in the next one.